Okay, so it's August 19th, 2017, and we're just now starting on the second almost annual Cajun Boudin Trail. We're going to start off and get some breakfast at Janson's, and then we're going to head south to New Iberia and see where the trail takes us. So the first stop on the Boudin Trail 2017 is here at Janson's. It's still kind of early, but it's a good place to stop and get some breakfast. Let's go in and see.
Stuffed biscuit with the Boudin cheese.
Nice. Let's go see what they got. So we're at our first stop. We decided we'd go ahead and eat our breakfast here at the outdoor table. Len's got a Swamp Pop cane cola to wash his down, and he's got a nice link there. And I have a parrain. A parrain is a grilled cheese sandwich with Boudin inside. Take a look at that. And it's made on a hamburger bun from Evangeline Made local bakery. That's pretty good. And we got ourselves a little bag of crackling to try that. So here we go, first bite.
That's old school good. That's old school good.
Old school good, yeah. Wait for it. There's the bite. It just got in. Yeah. Gotta love it. That delayed little pepper kick.
It's a good size, not the full, ruler size.
It's a short link, which is nice for breakfast, for a little starter. I got a regular Coca-Cola Classic to wash mine down. If we weren't driving through the whole tour, clearly we would probably want a different beverage to wash down, but
something more traditional, perhaps.
You know, safety first, so we're gonna just drink our soft drinks while we're driving. That's pretty good. So we'll follow up a little later. Okay, so we've been to Janson's and had our little breakfast starter before we get out on the road, and it was really good. It's a good starter for a long day of Boudin, and we're gonna head now down to New Iberia. That should probably take us about, what, 20 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Which is a good little stretch of time between eats. We also have our little bag of crackling that we can sample should we get hungry on the way. All right, so we took a stop early because we got a billboard that lured us in. Where are we, Broussard?
In Broussard.
We're in Broussard, Louisiana, and it said turn right here and left at light. Oh, there's the light. Okay. And we're gonna try this next place here and see what they have to offer. Okay. We stopped in Broussard's at B.O.'s. It's B.O.'s Meat and Grocery. We just had a bite of crackling. So of course, as you know, you gotta chew a while. Very tasty. Might have used a little more pepper. Could have used a little more pepper maybe, but it's still tasty. And this is our Boudin sample from B.O.'s.
All right. Wow.
A little light, hot. Skin got a good snap to it. like the green onion. You can see it, you can taste it. Nice pork flavor. A little on the ricey side. Ricey, that's a new word I made up.
It is.
It's got a little more rice than I like maybe, but all in all, I think it's tasty. What do you think, Lynn?
I like that one. That one's good. Not as spicy as Johnson was.
Yeah.
Well, no, good stop. Good cracklings.
Mm-hmm.
Nice sunny day.
Good day for it, yeah. All right.
On to Liberia, I think.
Keep on moving. Okay, so we made our little pit stop in Broussard, and when we were kids, we used to play baseball tournaments down here every summer, and it's somewhere around here across these tracks, somewhere over, let's see, over that way. Maybe it's not, but
all these buildings didn't used to be
I think
here.
this used to be where we played baseball every summer in tournaments.
Yeah, all these new buildings.
So now it's
there's the old infield.
industrialized. So off to New Iberia. New Iberia Senior High. We remember this place. Wow.
You gotta look up, lady.
Pay attention. We're at Lanyons in New Iberia. I'm gonna run in here and see what we find. All right, so this is Lanyons, and a little different here. They had two kinds of boudin. They had the regular pork boudin, which is the traditional boudin that we've been trying everywhere, but they also had a crawfish boudin. So of course we felt obligated to include that in our review. So we got a link of each that we're gonna had him just cut it in half so we could not have to eat 40 links of boudin each today. 20 each is probably enough. So
Which one you got there, Al?
I got the regular one here, the pork.
All right.
It's a little hot. Nice green pepper. Nice spice. Good pork flavor. It's a little spicier than the last one, which I like. So I think this is pretty good. Oops, hang on. That's my seatbelt.
Safety first.
Safety first. Okay. Casing really didn't snap for me, so that's a minus 0.005 on the scale. It's real tasty. That was the pork flavor. This is the crawfish flavor. And appearance-wise, it looks different. It's a lot pinker. And you don't see the pork in the rice like you would in the pork one, obviously. But I see the green onions. Let's see what we taste. This is like, it tastes like a crawfish étouffée in a boudin casing.
What?
Very good. A lot of green onion flavor, a lot of crawfish flavor. It's like crawfish étouffée with a handle. Got a good snap on that casing too. I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot.
That was the best crawfish boudin I've ever had.
Yeah,
I'm not a crawfish boudin fan.
I know. Glad that we took that. So if you're coming down to New Iberia, if you're down this far, or if you're close to down this far, it's probably well worth your stop. Get some boudin at
Lanyons.
Excuse me. And they also had a butcher case of meats and all kinds of different sausages and so forth. Full butcher service there. So
That's not chopped up
swing by.
That's full of copper tails.
I know. That's good. That's really good stuff. Let's see. So this is, where are we at? Shane's Cajun Meats. And you can see all of the different things they have here. Looks really tasty. They got your stuffed roasts, your stuffed pork roasts, seasoned stuff, different sausages, syrup sausage. That sounds good. And seasoned meats, some beef roasts. Nice. Little pork meatballs. First things first, we stopped here at Sean's in Delcambre. Nice meat market selection. They had some good looking stuff. We got a link of Boudin and a Boudin ball. But let's just take a look here. Coca-Cola. My personalized Coca-Cola. Chen. No racism there at all, right? Chen. Really?
You can find him in a Chinese phone book.
Sad. I don't know if you can see this. That's the Boudin ball. There are some big chunks of pork in here. It's fried up with a nice crispy shell. Good saltiness. We had a little bit more pepper. Maybe a little onion.
It tastes healthy.
It does.
If you had 2 hearts, this would only kill one of them.
I know. But I got a lot of cholesterol meds at home. We'll be taking 2 tonight.
I have to eat a salad this week.
You almost had me there. So, here's our sampling of Boudin from Sean's in Delcambre, Louisiana. Okay. Looks like it's going to be a standard pork.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salty.
Salty.
No seasoning. No spice, I mean.
Got no pepper to it, really.
It's good meat.
Very
pork.
beef, or pork. A lot of meat.
Not a lot of rice.
Not much rice, you're right there.
That'd be good on a po' boy.
That would be good on a po' boy. This would be good off a smoker.
Yeah.
With all that pork in it, that'd be nice.
The butcher shop looks sensational.
Yeah. That might be a future trail. That might be the 2018 trail. Because we'll be back to play the Cajuns in football in 2018.
There you go.
If we come early on Friday, we can do the tour and then grill up for the tailgate. All the different meat markets and butcher shops we see in the area, and we can test and we can sample sausage against sausage and smothered pork or
butcher shop against butcher shop.
Butcher shop and butcher shop. But
there'll be no sausage comparisons.
you had to do that on a video, huh? While we're recording. Sad. And with that, we're on to our next destination. Now we're in Abbeville, and we're on our way to Richard's Meat Market. We made a little detour around here to find where the Richard Seafood was located. It's kind of out of the way from downtown Abbeville,
where the power and restrooms are.
Yes. So we're gonna head back in to town and catch Richard's Meat Market and try their boudin, and look around, see what kind of specialties they have. So here we are in Abbeville at Richard's Meat Market. And
I was not texting and driving.
yes, we wouldn't do that. Safety first. Got my seatbelt on already. So
We had the Boudin pre-cut.
guy questioned me when I asked for one length cut in half. We've
He was a judgy millennial.
Yeah, he was trying to judge our judges, and
He
we
was a fat
weren't
Joe.
going in there. But this one, visually,
impressed.
it's very pale. Yes, that's the appropriate word. It's pale, which indicates it's got a lot of rice in it. I do see some pork and some green onion. Well, there's only one way to know.
With a lot of rice.
That's a lot of rice.
It's better seasoned than some.
It's got good seasoning, but it's very ricey.
It needs more pork.
And
They're making a fortune because they're not.
yeah, rice is filler, and I'd rather have more meat,
Yeah.
even more vegetable.
Unless you're the type of person.
Can taste the liver.
Use the French fries first on your seafood platter.
You taste the liver? Yeah. What's that?
I like the liver.
Eat your French fries first on your platter to show how tough you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Which is good. It'd be good if I've been fishing all day. And all I've had is beer and water.
Yeah. But too much rice for my liking. I think if it had a better meat to rice ratio, I would like it better. But all in all, it's a tasty ricey boudin.
Yeah, it's well seasoned. Good flavor.
Rice fields.
There are a few of them. Not you though. Not me.
That's the rice fields over here. Here we're up to Highway 90. We can turn to the left and go to Rain, turn to the right, and go back towards Lafayette. So here we are in Tucson, Louisiana. So we're going to go back this direction towards Scott and find a few more places.
See what they got.
Okay, so
now, I guess is what it's called.
we're on our way into Scott, but we find our way here at Menards, it looks like. Cajun Grocery. And we're going to come in here and see what we might find. We're hopeful that we'll find a couple little specialty items maybe that we can snack on. I do see homemade boudin, fresh cracklings, so let's see what we got. This is Menards Cajun Grocery, and little small little place. They do boiled crawfish during season over to the side, but they got a fried pork chop that Leonard had to get because, you know, it's a fried pork chop. And here's their boudin. A lot darker, which means more meat than the last one that we tried. You can see the green onion poking out through the casing, which is good. You can see a little bit of rice, but not an overwhelming amount of rice. So let's try it.
Good flavor.
Good flavor, a lot of good green onion. You can taste the pork.
Green onion makes a big difference.
Yeah, good green onion taste, not a bad green onion taste. Good seasoning.
I like that one more.
That's tasty. And what's nice, you can see a little grease on the outside. Whoop.
So you know the pig gave us all.
Pig said I'm all in. That's tasty. Very tasty.
You know, share a Coke with a friend. Mike Seven's coming to town.
I saw that. That's a big deal. He's a cute little guy.
They have a better apartment than I ever had at LSU.
I know. That's true. So, how's that pork chop?
It was spicy. Very good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you'll get a bite.
I know.
Table all fat for you.
I appreciate that. All right, so we're still on our way to Scott, and we're probably only a few minutes away from there. But you know, when you see an extra place on the trail that you haven't been to, you got to sometimes stop and just check it out. So, good boudin. I like it.
Got pepper, I like it.
Got a little bit of pepper on the back end. Feeling a little bit on the back of my throat right now. So, it's good. Menards that we just stopped at. That fried pork chop had a nice crunchy breading to it. Had real good seasoning, real good salt, real good pepper to it. A little greasy, but it's a fried pork chop, so what are you expecting, right? So overall,
deliciously unctuous.
yeah, 2 thumbs up. Here we are at Best Stop, which is on a lot of people's list of best boudin. It was one of our better choices in the 2015 trail. So got our link here. I also found that they had prepackaged and frozen smoked boudin links, so I grabbed about 20 or about 5 pounds worth of that. So Best Stop. Wow. Got a little pepper down there. It's very tasty. Good flavor. Good rice meat ratio. Really moist. One of our more moist selections for the day. Really tasty, really flavorful. If it's not the best stop, it's one of the best stops. So I would recommend them, as most people would. So this is Don's Specialty Meats. You can buy hog lard by the gallon or other items. A lot of specialty stuff here. A lot of specialty meats here. You find your boneless stuffed chickens, seasoned meats. There's a barbecue pack. They do briskets, all kinds of good stuff. All different kinds of sausages. Over here, you're gonna have your seafood boudin, your boudin balls, crawfish tails, all kinds of different fresh made sausage, smothered okra. You got all of your stuffed chickens, and they're stuffed with just about anything you could think of. Come over here, your cold beer, of course. You got your crawfish pies. You got your alligator products. More sausage, stuffed pork chops. There's a turkey roll. There's a turducken right there. That one's stuffed with boudin. And then your frozens, your 5-pound box. Boudin balls. Or the sausages, of course. And then if you didn't come prepared, this is how you get your product home with you. Okay, so we stopped here at Don's Specialty Meats in Scott, Louisiana. It's their second location, but right now it's their only location because the first one burned down last year. But went in and 2 things that were new to me. One was they have seafood boudin, so we got that to try. And the other is that now they're doing a smoked boudin, which I like it. I like a smoked boudin. I have a tendency at the tailgates to take my regular boudin and put it on the smoker. That's how I
Alabama redneck thing.
And it's really good that way. So I got 1 of each. I got 3 of the smoked because it was a better price point. So this is the seafood, and I can manage the tape and the foil. We will try this one real quick. What's that? Well, you could go all the way back and then loop around that way. So again, here we got seafood, and notice again the coloring is completely different. I see little shrimp. So I'm gonna go with this is probably predominantly a shrimp seafood boudin. Yeah. And much like earlier when we were at Langon's, where the crawfish boudin was like a crawfish étouffée in a casing, this is very much tastes like a shrimp creole in a sausage casing. It's good.
Right, but it's not really a boudin.
It's not really a boudin.
It's just in a casing. They call it.
It's just something else in a casing. I like it. I have to be honest with you. I like the crawfish boudin earlier in the day much better. That's not to say I'm not going to finish my half. It's pretty good. If you like a shrimp creole type flavoring. Cleanse my palate with my new fresh Rodriguez ethnic drink. Now, the reason that this package looks so much bigger is because it is. We got 3 links of the smoked boudin because we got to take advantage of quantity discounts. They were $2 a piece, but they were 3 for $5.79. So of course, you know, you assume that it's worth getting.
You can't afford to say no.
You really can't. And I'm gonna. And it's really hot, like burn my hand hot. Wow. I'm gonna leave it open for a minute. So, try this Don's smoked sausages, or smoked boudin. It's still hot. Oh wow. It's the Don's that you are used to. Lots of chunky pork meat, right mixture of rice, good seasoning, good salt, good pepper bite to it, with a smoky flavor to it. Very, really good.
I am not a smoked boudin fan.
That's good.
Good.
So now we come down the street and we come to what for 100,000 years was Early's supermarket here in
Since the
Scott,
Sumerian
Louisiana.
civilization, it's true.
It really has been here forever, and now very recently it's been purchased by Nunu's, which has other locations, one in Youngsville and a couple other places that we know of.
It's like it's been countrified.
So we're gonna come here. Nunu's was on our top list in the recent tour, so we'll see how they rank today. Okay, so we stopped at Nunu's, which, as we said earlier, bought Early's grocery in Scott. And when I asked for the boudin, the young lady said, Nunu's? I said, sure. And when I inquired further, she said they still sell the Early's boudin, and it's a little different. So I got a link of each. So we'll start with, here's the...
Let me inject a side note.
Go ahead.
This is Madame Mouton's house.
There it is, our high school French teacher, right there.
Go ahead, continue.
Thank you. So here's the Early's. So that's going to give us actually a bonus taste for the day. Uncle T's oysters. Yep, there it is.
Maybe that's on the plan.
Might be. Might be. So, going over the railroad tracks, a little bumpy there. So this is the earlies, and you can see it's a little on the pale side, which, what did we say that means? A little on the ricey side.
Always the professor. Teach, Al, teach.
Got good green onion. Got pork. A little bit of salt. Not a lot of pepper on it.
It's pretty, Early's is mild.
Early's is a very mild Boudin.
Yeah, it's because it's from Scott, you know, and Scott
Yeah.
where the West begins. They haven't.
That's true.
Yet.
That's true. So now let's try the Nunus. Wait, you're right. Cleanse the palate.
That's right. From Scott east, they call the stuffed stomach ponce. From Scott west, it's showdown.
Showdown. That's true.
Something to put in your book of knowledge. But it's all pig.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so again, if I can manage the tape and the foil, this is the Nunus Boudin, and when we look at it, it's
Or Nunu, locally.
Nunu.
So you don't confuse it with the nipple.
all right.
I know you're editing all my comments out.
No, I'll leave it in.
Thank you.
So we got a little more spice to it, which gives us a little more flavor. Got good green onion, good pork balance. What's interesting is the Nunus is about a 40% price difference to the earlies. The earlies is $3.49 a pound. The Nunus is $4.99 a pound.
Wow.
Now,
It's a good economic sauce.
is
Supply and demand.
Is the Nunus better? Yeah, it probably is. Is it that much better? Yeah, it probably is. So, money well spent. I think if you're going to stop at the Nunus in Scott, I would recommend splurging that extra $1.50 and getting the Nunus Boudin. Notice I'm finishing the half a link here on Nunus. Okay, so yesterday we did the Boudin Trail for 2017, and we didn't stop at Billy's here in Scott. And on my way out of town, I figured I'd stop. And then they had smoked, which everybody's doing smoked now, and they had crawfish, so I felt obligated to at least give an assessment of that. So here's the smoked, and you can smell that smoky goodness already, and it looks beautiful. And it was one of our better Boudins last year, so I expect it's going to be delicious. This also gives me something to eat on and nibble on the way home, which is always important. That's very smoky. Very, very smoky. It's delicious, very smoky. Let's try the crawfish. Now remember, yesterday we had the best crawfish Boudin of all time. So let's see how this holds up. Not bad. A little bite to it coming in, and good crawfish taste. The rice, it's a little ricey, but it is, again, it's like an étouffée in a Boudin casing. So that's really good. That's really good. I'm gonna enjoy that on the way home too. And it wouldn't be a stop at Billy's without a boudin ball. And we know where this one's going, so. Yeah, that's good stuff. So, as I expected, Billy's is there. It's right where you expect it to be. So I wanted to go ahead and do this before I left town. And this will end the official Boudin Trail of 2017. I'll put everything together and probably do a little summary for you when we get done. So this is not part of the Boudin Trail, but this is Southside Bakery. Their newer location. They used to be up on Johnston Street, right around the corner from Lynn's house, but this is a great bakery, and Jordan wanted me to get her a dobosh cake. So I told her I would. So watch what you see when you see it. That is a dobosh cake. They got some great little treats here. So, gotta try some.